Also, we love, again, the Beatles on Cruise Control. I've loved the Beatles for a long time. And I'm super stoked about this new movie coming forward. I should say 4 movies coming forward. And now we finally have some cast details confirmed. And let's talk about it, 'cause I'm so excited about it. Can we talk about that in our featured story of the night? So Ringo Starr has come forward to pretty much confirm the rumors have been rampant on the internet recently about who's going to be cast as him. And then when people hear that, you're like, well, maybe the rest of the cast is actually confirmed. But Barry Keoghan came forward and he was like, that he's supposed to be apparently for Ringo. He's apparently cast as Ringo, Barry Keoghan. And Ringo Starr came forward and say yes, that he's actually working on the role. They said that Barry's actually doing a bunch of he's working on learning how to play the drums. And one of the things he said was actually kind of hilarious. He's like, I hope he doesn't take too many classes because I wasn't that great. So he's like, don't get too good playing the drums. That's not because I wasn't there.
He wasn't a very good drummer.
Right, GR? So it's nice that he's actually humble about that too. But he said that he thinks it's great. He believes that that Barry's a great talent for this. Barry's been doing a lot of stuff, of course. He was cast in that Saltburn movie, Joker for the Batman. He's been popping up a bunch. But on top of that, it makes me wonder, are the rest of the rumors real? Paul Mescal playing Paul McCartney. Again, you're seeing Paul Mescal in theaters right now as the lead in Gladiator. This guy right there, I just don't see him as Paul McCartney, but maybe, again, he's circling that part. Harris Dickinson, I have never heard this guy before playing John Lennon. He's another person that people are talking about right now. He was in the Triangle of Sadness. I wanted to say I did not see that. Where the crawdads sing. I've still been seeing that. I don't really know this guy either. But on top of that too, I'm like, we'll see. And then on top of that too, we have the rest of the casting. I wonder if it's true as well. Joseph Quinn as George Harrison, which I love Joseph Quinn. I think he was great again in Stranger Things. I'm interested to see what he's do in. He was great in again Gladiator. Really weird part, but great in Gladiator. I'm interested to see what he does in Fantastic Four. His star rating is going higher, so I understand maybe he's the person for that too. But for that band right there, that's a crazy format for all of the Beatles. Here they are right here. And I'm like, is this our Beatles cast right here? I don't know. To me, they're trying to make them too hot, too sexy, and too like the Beatles weren't ripped in freaking Abercrombie and Fitch models. They weren't. I mean, I'm just going to say that out loud. I'm going to say that. So I see this casting. I like Barry too, but Barry seems like he's no Ringo Starr to me either. But what do we think? I'm interested to see what the panel thinks about this. It's big casting. It's the very first time you've ever had the Beatles cast in a live movie like this, or a feature film, a scripted film. Very first time. And I'm interested to see what we think about this. So we love the Beatles here. So Ron, what do you think? Do you think that Ringo Starr is bringing the cat out of the bag? And do you think that this is the right casting for the Beatles moving forward?
Well, looking at that picture of the 4 of them, I was really disappointed. I'm like, oh, that's not the Beatles. I don't see it, Yeah, that was really unfortunate to see that.
Ron, right here. Here we go, it's like
not even close.
Yeah. No.
I'm not.
Can I make a comment here?
Yeah, GR, get in there.
The Beatles that I knew back in 1964, which before all of you were born, were kids. They were teenagers.
Yeah.
These were adult men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sorry, if you're going to cast them,
Richard Tracy.
cast somebody closer in age to the Beatles when they started.
Right.
Yeah, do you think it's it's also a thing, GR, that happens a lot where people in Hollywood cast who's the hottest star right now, right?
Yes.
Who's the hottest star? I mean, you have Gladiator right now, of course. Paul Mescal's huge right now because of Gladiator. Barry Keoghan has been his star rating is getting bigger and bigger based off of, and Saltburn was huge, like I said before.
30s, Brian.
I don't know this Dickinson guy.
19 and 20.
Yeah. I'm saying they're all in pushing their 30s here and stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like you're in a cast. Paul Mescal is Paul McCartney. Is it because his name's Paul? Is that why you're casting him?
Is that what they're grabbing at now? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sold on that too. I think they could have done. And I think they're
going for star quality. That's what they're going for instead of.
Yeah.
talent.
I do like the idea of the movie, though. It's the fact that you're getting 4 movies, and every movie is about, it's all going to be released like bam, 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 based off each Beatles' perception of that moment that happens in time.
Okay.
So, like, one movie will be from George's standpoint, one from Paul's, one from Ringo's, that's and one from John's. That's the idea of it. And Mendez is doing this, and like Sam Mendez is doing this, and he's excited about it. I like that idea because it puts different perspectives.
Right.
But that's a lot of money to put in for 4 movies, Ron.
Yeah,
Can this movie actually sell? Is that too much faith in the Beatles franchise?
Well, I'll tell you what, I wanted to say one thing. We see that the picture of the 4 of them, and we're just like, I don't know. But we also have to think about the fact that they're not in hair and makeup yet.
That's true.
That's them. And who knows what a longer, shaggy, more closer to what it was, could change it. And it's possible. I'm open to that. As far as 4 movies, like 4 full-size movies.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. 4 full-size movies.
I don't know. That's a lot.
I'm sorry, that's not George Harrison.
That's a lot of Beatles, man.
Well, he's Ringo right here. We got Ringo right here.
Oh, you're right. That is Ringo. Sorry, but he's still not Ringo in that.
Well, I feel like, like him a lot, like what Barry's been doing. He's like super, I mean, Ringo wasn't like super ripped, like sex appeal type person. And he looks very different too. Very different. Barry's got he's a weird looking guy. I'm not going to lie.
He's
And, you know what I mean?
Odd looking
Yeah.
man, yes.
And not
He's
that
got
Ringo was.
classic features that
Yeah.
are, he's like a Matisse. It's just, they're all over. It's not right.
Yeah. And not that like
And they
Ringo.
brought him in because the guy that was the drummer couldn't get off work.
Is that what it was?
Yeah,
That's why Ringo got it?
In and just kept with him.
That's funny.
Yeah. Well, they kept Ringo around, and Ringo's excited to be there, but I just don't see him as Ringo either. But the fact that Ringo's saying that means that probably most of this casting is accurate. And again, I see pictures that aren't actually some of these everybody's going back and forth, mix and matching people. But I think that Paul Mescal's star ratings going higher. People probably yes get him. I'm surprised Chalamet is not in here somewhere. Like where's Chalamet's role?
That's next week, Brian.
Okay.
What are the years that this movie? What time period is it going to cover?
It's very early on in their career. I think it's when they first actually formed, and then
they're not going back that far because when the Beatles formed, Ringo wasn't a part of it.
Oh, okay.
So they'll probably have come to the United States though.
No, it'll be right before that, 1963.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Because he joined them in 63.
Okay. All right.
They were in Germany. And then they had the hit in Great Britain.
Mm-hmm.
And they brought him here and they went crazy and had, 7 of the top 10 hits in the country?
Yeah. It was crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's supposed to be almost like a documentary form too. I'm trying to find the actual time frame here too. Like GR's right, it is that kind of time when they're actually all together. But I'm interested to see because again, I feel like it's like young. I feel like just trying to take Hollywood and be like, oh, we're just gonna do this because these people are just the people that people know and love right now, and they're young-ish. So let's go for it. I don't know, GR, can this be a hit with this cast? Is it all about the money making right now? Do you think that we bring in all these people that are like in big franchise and throw them in the super team? That's the formula for make the Beatles like a fantastic big hit at the box office.
If the makeup's right and some of that casting I don't buy. I mean, yes, I'm looking at 30-year-old men especially playing 19 and 20-year-old kids. Yeah. I mean, for those of you that don't know, that picture on the screen is 1964, the Ed Sullivan Show.
That's Ed Sullivan Show, really?
Yeah. Brian, I lived that shit. I was a baby compared to them.
Yeah.
But those people that we're looking at now are not the Beatles.
Even Dickinson, look at this guy. That's George Harrison. I mean, he's got no beard and stuff. Like, he used a beard for a long. He didn't always have a beard, but I don't see his face is too squished. I don't know. Paul Mescal.
It's like I just said, Brian, and I've said it now 3 times, and I'll say it one last time. Those are men. Those are not teenagers.
Yeah.
And
we're looking at
to get them to be teenagers, you're going to have to be one hell of a makeup artist.
Yeah.
Well, they have those in Hollywood. They take care of their people, and honestly, they have the best teams ever. Get some hair on them, give them that shaggy look. We'll have to wait and find out. But they have not officially announced this, but it sounds like Ringo kind of slipped this a little bit. If Ringo's saying that, I feel like he probably doesn't even... You think Ringo's in trouble, Ron, at all for saying this?
I bet there's some people that aren't happy with him. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe one or two, Ron.
I do.
Yeah. You know the business works. Like, why would Ringo say that?
Right.
Why would Ringo say that?
And now it's
not thinking.
Closure prevented you from saying that.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I'm still super excited to see this. 4 movies. It's a big commitment they're putting over there to make this happen.
4, but there's 2 that I would be interested in. Paul McCartney and John Lennon. I'd be interested in those 2.
Well, Ron, who do you think the first one they'll release is? Like, whose perspective will be the first one?
Oh, I'll bet it'll be Ringo.
Maybe Ringo?
Paul will be last. I'll bet it'll be Ringo.
Do you think that's so that people stick around and watch all 4?
Yes. Yes.
And so, like,
I think it's going to be John Lennon.
The John Lennon will be last or first?
First.
Yeah. So you do John. You end with You end with Paul McCartney then, GR?
Oh, absolutely. I think they go John, then Ringo, then George, and finally Paul.
Yes, I have no connection to George. I don't have none. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I think a lot.
George was the ringer of them.
Yeah.
He was in a lot of ways, a very talented musician that nobody heard of until well after they broke up.
I got my mind set on you.
Well, I give you credit for knowing that one, Brian.
I love George Harrison. He was like really freaking talented. People don't even realize that sometimes. Really talented.
I keep wanting to say George Foreman.
Well, I love those grills. Those are great grills.
He was slightly bigger.
Slightly, yes.
Yeah, slightly. I'm intrigued to see again. That's the biggest question too. It's like, how do they release schedule too on top of that? But I'm excited about this. It could be fun. I love that it's an ambitious project. It's so ambitious. 4 movies like this, 4 different perspectives.
The same director, all 4?
Same director. Sam Mendez is doing all 4 together. So they're shooting them all together. They're gonna release them within 6 months of a movie.
Wow, that's an AD's nightmare.
You're right. Can you imagine? Can you imagine you're gonna shoot the scenes probably, and you're gonna be like, okay, now we're gonna switch. We're gonna shoot the same scene probably 4 times each day.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And the next day, this same scene 4 times each day. So each day is probably gonna be like, the production schedule is gonna be crazy for this. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't want to have to shoot that schedule.
No, and then you're like, okay, well, where are we at now? Whose perspective? And again, it's all about I guess it'd be all about like how the cameras work to see their perspective. But then like, is that going to be boring though too? Because you're seeing the same thing kind of again. I mean, it almost seems like a re-edit almost. I think
by the 3rd and 4th time you see it, it's going to be people are going to be like, we saw that because I've done that before with shows when they go, and it's like I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I worry about it. I mean, they think this is going to be some big hit because people love the Beatles, but we'll have to wait and find out. I'm intrigued. I'm excited about it. I hope it's as good as my aspirations have for it, because again, the Beatles have never been in a scripted movie before. They've done Yellow Submarine by themselves. They've done other things by themselves, but they've never been like cast like this in this kind of big feature film storyline. So it's coming, Ron. It's coming. Will it be great? Will it suck? Will it bomb? We're going to find out before you know it, and honestly, we'll keep you posted here on Kruse Control.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pepestar needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.